Hello and welcome. It's the beginning of the week and you are joining us again in the daily bulletin of Into Vietnam, only here on VITV channel. Our top stories. Petrol prices dropped by a record of more than 2,000 dong per litre on December the 22nd. Hanoi Consumer Price Index dropped 0.23% on month. And some foreign employees no longer need permits to work in Vietnam. Now, since 300 of December the 22nd, local petrol prices dropped for the 13th time at the record level by 2,050 dong per litre. A92 petrol fell the most by 2,059 dong per litre to 17,880 dong per litre. The runner-ups are mazout and diesel. The 13th drop in petrol prices has brought the drop in petrol price to 7,760 dong per litre, diesel by 5,830 dong, and mazout by 5,560 dong, resulting in record low petrol prices in the past 4 years. This is completely in line with changes in global oil prices, which have kept falling in the past 3 months. The Hanoi Consumer Price Index dropped by 0.23% on month, and its GDP rises by 8.8% in 2014. More in the following news. The Hanoi Statistics Department revealed the city CPI dropped by 0.23% in December on month and 1.55% on year. 8 out of 11 baskets of goods saw the prices rise in the month, including telecom, garment and textile and footwear and other goods and services. In the meantime, prices of housing and construction material and transport fell in the month. Not included in the Consumer Price Index, both gold and US dollar prices recovered in the month. In related news, Hanoi gross regional domestic products rose by 8.8% in 2014. The agroforestry and fishery products rose by 2%. The industry and construction sector expanded by 8.5%, while the service rose by 9.6%. It's also reported that loans by banks in the capital city rose 9.6% for the whole year, which is much lower than the national credit growth and far below the State Bank target of 12 to 14%. However, in the last 2 months, credit expanded strongly by 5.9%, which is 1.5 times higher than the growth rate of the previous 10 months. According to figures from Ho Chi Minh City Department of Planning and Investment, foreign direct investment into the city as of December the 15th reached $3.2 billion, up by 94% compared with the same period last year. The figure includes registered capital of $2.84 billion for 414 new FDI projects, nearly triple last year's figure. Most of the investment was in the manufacturing and real estate sectors. The Ministry of Industry and Trade issued Circular Number 41 on basis and procedures for determining that a foreign employee internally transferring within an enterprise belonging to one of 11 services in the list of service commitment of Vietnam on the WTO is not required to obtain a work permit. Work permits are exempted for foreign employees who are managers, executive directors, experts or technicians temporarily transferred within the enterprise to its commercial presence in Vietnam and recruited by foreign enterprise at least 12 months prior to this transfer. Now, coffee is one of Vietnam's main export agricultural products, and Vietnam is also one of the world's biggest coffee exporting countries. However, mostly green coffee is exported, bringing low added value. To deal with this, the coffee sector is aiming to increase the proportion of well-processed coffee, but it is facing many hardships in realizing the direction.
The highland accounts for 92% of the country's more than 914,000 hectares of coffee. exporting more than 1 billion tons of coffee, with export turnover reaches over $3.4 billion annually. However, the average price of 1 kilogram coffee is $2, only equivalent to 1 coffee cup of coffee in importing countries, while 1 kilogram of green coffee can make 50 coffee cups. Data shows that Vietnam is taking 20% of the world's market share, but the value added is just 2%. VITV said, well-processed coffee could bring coffee's value up by 3 times. Hence, many coffee exporting businesses have invested in machinery to enhance the export value.
Các doanh nghiệp đang đầu tư vào các nhà máy chế biến để nâng cao chất lượng và bán cái hàng có chất lượng cao hơn. Và khi chúng ta xây dựng được cái hàng chất lượng cao hơn đó thì đương nhiên là cái giá của chúng ta nó sẽ tốt hơn và bản thân kim ngạch của đất nước cũng sẽ được tăng. Sự đầu tư này không phải chỉ các công ty của Việt Nam mà các doanh nghiệp nước ngoài ở Việt Nam cũng đang đầu tư.
The country's gross quantity of roasted coffee and soluble coffee is only more than 80,000 tons. Soluble coffee is about 12,000 tons, mostly for domestic market. Đắk Lắk, the largest coffee planting area, produces about 450,000 of green coffee yearly. Its processed product only accounts for 8%. The problem has remained a tough quiz for Vietnam's coffee sector for many years.
Chế biến thì chúng ta cố gắng là chế biến ướt sẽ đảm bảo từ 10% đến 30%. Thế rồi hòa tan rang xay thì sẽ cố gắng đạt 25% sản lượng.
The economy says to increase well-processed coffee proportion from now on to 2030, Vietnam had to encourage both foreign and domestic investors in upgrading and building new processing plants for the output to reach 135,000 of processed production, including 60,000 tons of soluble coffee. Đắk Lắk province has many policies encouraging the investment in building processing plants for roasted coffee and soluble coffee. The province aims to process 15% of its green coffee annually.
Về mặt quy trình kỹ thuật thì ngành cà phê Việt Nam cũng như là ngành cà phê của Đắk Lắk đã tổng kết đúc rút ra những cái quy trình, những cái bài học kinh nghiệm trong tái canh về giống và quy trình kỹ thuật. Cái vấn đề quan trọng nhất ở đây là làm sao rút ngắn cái thời gian mà từ cái lúc mà phá cái vườn cà phê cũ để trồng lại.
Recently, MARD assigned the Agroforestry Processing and Soil Industry Department to draft plans on coffee processing and preserving system, aiming to bring the consumption rate of coffee up to 25% of total coffee output in 2020. There will be more export potentials for the sector if Vietnamese coffee is processed by advanced technology, meets high criteria of quality, and has feasible marketing strategy.
And the final part is summary of local gold prices, forex and stock market. Our program has come to an end. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Till then, bye-bye.